What's up, you guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys a fragrance review. The fragrance that I'm going to be reviewing today is going to be KEDP by Dolce Gabbana. Now this is the 2020 flanker to the original, which was released, I believe, last year, 2019. This is the 2020 release. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the cost, the performance, the pros, the cons, if you think it's worth it, pretty much everything about the fragrance. And again, guys, today's fragrance is KEDP, which I believe is short for King, just based off of the cap here. But on that note, let's get into it. All right, so if you happen to be new here, just know that in the past 6 to 8 months, I picked up a lot of new designer releases that came out this year. And for a lot of them, I've done a first impression or an unboxing of the fragrance. But here over the next few months, I'm gonna be doing a lot of individual reviews. So if some insight on some new releases kind of interests you, go ahead and hit that subscribe down below. But let's get into KEDP. First thing that I'll talk about, guys, is gonna be the cost of this fragrance. As of this recording, you can find it at Macy's for about $90 for this size of the fragrance. Now the slightly larger size is gonna sell for about $115. But Macy's does have some sort of deal where if you sign up with some program with them, you do get a bit cheaper. Like for example, this, instead of costing 90 bucks, costs about 75 bucks. And for the larger size, costs about $98. So with that Macy's thing, you get a little bit off. But even with that discount, it's still pretty expensive. And now to the notes. Now the main notes that I get with this fragrance are gonna be lemon, clary sage, and patchouli. That top note comes with an additional note of chili, which for me is just different. I don't know if I really like it yet. I don't know. It's not one that I'm too familiar with. It's a bit off-putting for me, but at the same time, it kind of makes this a bit different than my other freshies that I have in my collection. Which I don't think this is a freshie like whatsoever. It's not a bold fragrance, but it's not a fresh, clean out of the shower kind of scent. Now the opening lemon and chili kind of dies back after about an hour or so, of where at that same time, that's when the projection really starts to dial back some. And then at that point, the projection is maybe a foot in front of you. That's when the patchouli and the lavender are really gonna be blending in really well together. For the 2 to 3 hour mark, it's gonna be sitting really close to the skin. At the 3 to 4 hour mark of this fragrance is when it starts to kind of go away. But mostly at that point, you're gonna get the cedar and the patchouli. So it's gonna be a very bland, black kind of scent. Now, a few pros of this fragrance are gonna be that it is mass appealing. It's gonna be kind of hard to find someone who doesn't enjoy the scent of this. I mean, a collector who has like 300 plus fragrances might not, think twice about this wearing this fragrance, but your common person who's just out, wanting to wear a cologne or a fragrance, they'll appreciate this. Because it smells nice, and it's not off-putting, too off-putting to people that are around you. And while it's not clean, like fresh out of the shower gel kind of clean, it is still a clean scent. Sillage in this is very nice and it's very clean. With that additional spice from the chili that's there, it gives it this a bit different of a scent. Now, some cons of this fragrance are going to be that the performance isn't the best. For about 100 bucks, you get the 4 to 6 hours, 3 to 6 hours out of this fragrance. For that cost, I'm going to want something that performs a bit better. And another con of this fragrance is going to be that chili note. I'm just not too familiar with it, and it's not one that when I spray it, that's the first thing that I get out of it is that chili note, and it's just for me kind of off-putting. It might be great for the cooler weather months. So coming up soon, when it gets to be November, December, when it starts to get really cold, this might be a great fragrance for me at that time. Now, in terms of what this is similar to, I can't really pinpoint anything outside of the the original EDT that is similar to. It's not like your Dior Sauvages. It's not like your YSL. It is different. While at the same time that can be a con, it is making it kind of interesting. It's just a bit different. It's not your run-of-the-mill blue fragrance. And next, guys, we're going to go over the bottle design here. So here, what you see here is the Dolce Gabbana right down there. This bottle is darker than the original, which I'll try to have right here. What you'll see here is that the cap looks like a crown, which is one of the biggest selling points, I think, of this fragrance in terms of going out to these stores and seeing it. You can think, oh, gaudy, it's like a crown. But the crown on this thing is really cheap. It's almost plastic. It's not a very heavy cap. The bottle itself is pretty heavy, but it's a pretty plain bottle here, guys. It's nothing to write home about. And let's see, show you guys this atomizer here real quick. Let's do 2 sprays on the hand there. You'll see that it is a decent atomizer. It sprays well. Now, in terms of this being a fragrance that is worth it, if you want a designer fragrance that's not extremely generic, one that's gonna kind of separate you a little bit from someone who's wearing Bleu de Chanel, this would be an appropriate one to go for. But if you're looking for just your one fragrance to pick up that could be a signature scent, at least sample it before you buy it. Go to the store and do what I just did, put it on my hand, or put it on your hand. Don't go out and blind buy this. It's not worth it, especially not at the prices that it's for sale right now. At Macy's, for example, $70+, don't do it. Even though I haven't seen the EDT for the fragrance, I haven't seen it on sale yet at the rack stores. It might be there potentially at some point. And the same goes for this. I can see it being at a rack store in like a year or so. That's when I would, if I was wanting to pick it up, that's when I would go out and buy it. But retail, no. Maybe when it hits discounters, maybe when it hits like fragrancenet.com or somewhere like that, then yeah. If it is there on FragranceNet and it's under, say, 40 bucks, sure, yeah, this is an okay one for about 40 bucks. But double that, no, not at all. But guys, again, that is KEDP. Now, if you have tried this fragrance and you've enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments, or if you tried it and disliked it a lot. But guys, I have a few more videos to film, and like I always say, keep it gent, love your scent, and I'll see you all next time.